Hello again and welcome to Mordian Mondays. This is episode 9. Some of you may be thinking this is a bit strange, Mordian Mondays, but we're looking at some Armageddon Steel Legion. Well, that is because, guys, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any Mordian Iron Guard painted this week because I was prepping for Caledonian Revolution 2019 and I had a few models I needed to get done in time for that tournament, and I was taking my Armageddon Steel Legion. I had to get an Armoured Sentinel done, a Tank Commander done, and 10 Steel Legion Guardsmen with a Plasma Gun and Bolter. And so I did those models, and so I thought I'd show off what I painted this week, which was some Armageddon Steel Legion, but it's always good to mix things up a little bit. One little disclaimer, this Tank Commander you're looking at now actually does have some decals on to mark him up appropriately with the rest of the other Legion Rusters in that list. He is tank number 5. He's got the appropriate axe and lightning bolt symbol to represent heavy support. He's got 2, 3, 4, and same with the Sentinel. They're all decaled up now. Yeah, but I took these pictures before I had done the final finishing touches. This is basically when all the paint had been applied. So there you go, guys. So yeah, I got 3 units in 1 week, which was really really awesome. And the reason I was able to get so much done, because I know some of you are saying, well, why couldn't you get 3 Mordian squads done in a week? Well, the Lemur's Tank Commander and the Sentinel, yes, they had to be done they were bought fresh, but the Steel Legion squad was mostly done. I think I only had to really do the washes on them and some fine details. So they were already about 80, well, I'd say there was some paint, basically they were 80% done, so that's why. And vehicles in the guard, especially with this scheme, do not take very long at all. It's a very simple colour scheme. I find it I get a lot of compliments for it, and it's so easy to do. I will tell you the secret now, because I like to call this my coffee stain camo, because it looks a bit like sort of like a coffee stain piece of paper or something. It's very simple. You just get the Zandri Dust spray paint from Gaze Workshop. You take good care, you do a nice even coating across the whole vehicle, and then you just slap on Seraphim Sepia. Slap it on, really go to town on it, and what happens is it pools in certain areas, and then it creates this kind of coffee stain sort of style. That's what I like. It's probably got a proper technical name for it. Someone who knows camo can let me know, but that's what I like to call it, coffee stain camo. And it does look pretty good, if I say so myself. So yeah, the Tank Commander is my Hammer of Sunderland's Tank Commander. And I actually really, I have to admit, right, I used to prefer the boxy style Legion Rust turrets. I really like the new style Legion Rust turret when it's done with a Vanquisher cannon. It looks so cool. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I am really tempted to somehow find a bunch of Legion Rust turrets and just these new style ones and get them all Vanquisher style, because that looks so good to me. That looks amazing. Some of you may be saying, bit of an odd one, why did you put a Storm Bolter on a Steel Legion vehicle when you normally go all heavy stubber all the way? That is very true. And if I had been extremely clever, I could have put a heavy stubber on, because I could have said it was then a Stygies/Riser pattern Vanquisher. I went for the Storm Bolter simply for one reason. It looked better. In this case, this is a Storm Bolter from the Taurox Prime kit. And there, it just looks better, guys. It just looks like it's built in. It just looks cool. And it was nice, and it fits snugly in there. Didn't need any converting. It just literally pops straight in. If I was to do Storm Bolters on my vehicles, I would use I would use these little Taurox Prime ones. They look amazing. That's the only reason I did it, guys. Rule of cool, and as we all know, rule of cool does trump all. So there we go. So went to Caledonia. For those of you. I'm actually not going to do a huge amount of detail about what happened at Caledonian Uprising, because I've got a really cool announcement to let you guys know, which is me and Johnny, who's my brother who runs the channel Schola Progenium. If you haven't seen that channel, go and check it out. He does some really, really cool tactics. He's just starting out, So he needs all the support he can get. So any Lord Guardsman, you know, if anyone's got a Space Marine army or anything, he does Blood Angel tactics, does Deathwatch tactics, does general tactics as well. Go and check that channel out. He does need all our support. Well, I did a collab video with him. So basically, we've been talking about doing like a collaboration video for a while, and this was perfect because Johnny unfortunately didn't get a chance to go to Cali this year, Cladone Revolution. So it's a really, really nice video of me and my brother having a nice chat, and him asking me questions about what happened at Cali, and me just sort of giving the answers, and we talk really in depth about like tactics and what we do. We do a game by game breakdown. We go full tactics on each game, lessons learned. It's a very friendly, casual banter video, but there's some really good in-depth tactical knowledge in there. And what we really want you guys to do is to give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. That video will be going up. It should be going up tomorrow. Fair warning, it's an absolute beast. I think it's about 2 hours, 12 minutes. So it's an absolute beast. But we just decided we weren't going to give ourselves a time limit. We're going to do a proper job. So it is a very big video. We won't be doing too many of these. It'll be a, you know, we will be doing more collabs hopefully, but they'll be, you know, a bit more punchy. But when we're doing a proper tournament review, we wanted to do this in depth, and the sort of inspiration, or my inspiration for it, Johnny has obviously his own inspiration, but how I sort of imagined it is, any of you have watched the tabletop tactics videos where they do the tournament overview, it's similar to that. So if you like those videos, come and check this one out. Yeah, so that's one big announcement. So please go and check that video out when it comes up. Second big one is, I know some of you have been asking about this for ages, and I finally found somewhere that can do it. I have now got I've got a mailbox set up, an external mailbox where I can receive letters, packages, general correspondence, all that stuff. I can receive that from you guys. So basically, I needed just to be sensible, just in the interest of, you know, personal information, security, all that kind of stuff. I've been a bit hesitant, obviously, to give my home address out, but I looked into getting a PO box. The problem with the PO box in the UK, guys, is that the Royal Mail does it, which is fine, but they only accept letters, no packages, and they charge an absolute fortune. It's daylight robbery. Unfortunately, I found this place in the town that I live, which will accept packages for a very reasonable price. The guy basically he's my address, and I just collect the packages off him. Really cool little business, local business. Obviously want to support local businesses. So that's what I've got now. There will be, I've only just set it up today. I'll get the full details, and that will be down in the description below. One thing to say that's really important to be aware of, and this is what the owner of the shop said, was if anyone is sending parcels from America, he says do not send them by United States Postal Service. Do not. He said use a private courier like FedEx, and the reason, and I will put this down in the description as well. The reason for that is because apparently the United States USPS will, when it comes across they'll charge you a lot of money, number one, and number two, when it comes across to the UK, they use Parcel Force over here to deliver it, and they charge like a £2.80 delivery fee and then a £15 handling fee. And I don't know if that goes to you guys or it goes to me. So apparently he said use someone like FedEx, and it will be much cheaper, and just that's it basically, much cheaper, and there's no hidden costs or anything. That's what the guy at the store said. If anyone's got any feedback on that, please let me know. Put it down in the comment section. We'll figure it out. This is very new for me. It's very new for you. I obviously don't want anyone who's sending me anything to get a hidden charge. Obviously, I would not want that, and I don't want to get hidden charges either. I think that's fair enough to say. So there you go, guys. There'll be full details on that in the video below. Also, make sure if you are sending me anything, make sure you put details on who it's from. Obviously, because I know a lot of you have been wanting to send me some packages, and I can, get use some of the really cool models. Which, of course, I want to say before I forget, thank you. Absolutely overwhelmed by that support. The fact that someone wants to send me something is pretty epic. It's pretty humbling, to be honest. Not to get all mushy, but it is. But of course, as long as you need to tell me what's. You need to put your name and stuff in. Otherwise, I might get this absolutely lovely model, but I have no idea who it's from. I'm going to say this now. Anything that's sent to me, of course, I'll try and use it in some videos and all that. I will try my absolute hardest to try and if you do send me something, to make sure that I use it. I would absolutely. I'll try and do that. I'm obviously only a one-man band, so I know people have sent me stuff in the past, and it's taken me like 2 months to get around to showing it off properly. That's simply because I'm a one-man band, and I have to get through a huge backlog. But I'll try, of course, to always if someone sends me something, not to go on and on about it. If someone sends something, the least I can do is say thank you publicly, and try and use it in either a battle report or another video. The least I can do. So I'll try and do that, guys, I promise. So that's sort of all the channel updates and painting updates. There's one little tactical thing I want to talk about that I learned this weekend. For those of you that don't know, went to Caledonian Revolution, took the Steel Legion, won 3 games, lost 2, and got best general for Imperial Guard, which is awesome. Really, really happy that I got that prize. And one thing that's really, I won't do any spoilers, what it's really put me onto is Assault Guard. I think my Mordians, Assault Mordians with priests and all that, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I'm definitely going down the Assault Pure Infantry Guard route. I've got loads of ideas. The current list that's rattling around my head is, as always, I'll go through it now, and it's only a rough list, so I probably won't put a link down in the description below. But the rough list that's rattling back around my head at the moment is 3 battalions, each battalion being a platoon, 2 assault platoons, 1 fire support platoon. What we're looking at is, in each assault platoon, we're looking at 6 infantry squads, 3 with flamer and power sword, 3 with melter and power sword, then a company commander, junior officer, Lord Commissar, Minotaur and Priest. And then was going to have 6 Ogrins in each squad as well. So do that twice. That's 12 Ogrins, 120 assault infantry, 2 senior officers, 2 junior officers, 2 priests, 2 Lord Commissars. And then the fire support section, we're looking at 3 heavy weapon squads with mortars, 3 veteran squads with missile launcher, triple grenade launcher, and 6 infantry squads with las cannon and plasma gun, which in total comes to 180 regular infantry, 30 veterans, and then about 30 more infantry, including characters and heavy weapons. So it's 180 plus 6 is 240 guys, plus 12 Ogrins. Some of you might say, why are you taking Ogrins? Why not take more infantry squads? Simply because I've got 3 maxed out battalions. I can't get any more. And to go to take a brigade, I've got to start taking fast attack, which is attacks, which will be tax units, which will then mean I won't actually get any more infantry squads anyway. Not really. So definitely, and also I like Ogrins. Ogrins are cool. I've been meaning to get them into my army for a while. And some of you might say, why not Bullgrins? Well, that's because the new Mordian Iron Guard doesn't use Psychers, and there's pretty much no point in taking a Bullgrin start if you're not going to take 2 Psychers to buff it. I'd rather take 2 smaller Ogrin mini distraction card effects units, basically. They're only 150 points each unit, so it's nothing. 144 points. I can afford to do that for each Ogrin squad, and it gives those assault platoons a little bit more punch. Because no one wants to get charged by 6 Ogrins. That's 4 attacks per Ogrin. Strength 5, AP -1, like 2 damage or something crazy. No one wants to get attacked by 6 Ogrins in combat. It's a lot of slab of muscle. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the collab video. Let me know what you think about the PO box. And of course, I'll see you guys next time.